Hey everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hey everybody, it's Kat.
Get
How you
on
doing?
out of that waiting room, folks. I know it's crowded, it's cramped, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. Eventually the temperature gets so warm that it stops being spelled with an O
Uh-huh.
and starts being spelled with an A, but it's not hat. It's hat.
No, it's hot.
Hat. Well, maybe H-A-H-T.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Everybody climb on in, folks. We fixed the air conditioner in the elevator itself. And then the 10th floor, it's always temperature controlled. There's a lot of medicine going on in the 10th floor.
There is.
So we have to make sure that things are under control. The
Yes.
humidifiers and dehumidifiers are working in tandem to make very dry air.
A law and where the air purifiers have got to be going to, you know?
This could be an opportunity for General Hospital to work with Dyson. As one of those product placement, little things. We don't have to worry about the eye mites anymore because of the Dyson air purifiers that have been
Oh,
introduced to General Hospital. And now Elizabeth's great. And Rick doesn't have to worry about eye mites transferring while they smooch.
yeah, I don't know. Dang it. I don't know that.
It's not just us, Mama.
Yep.
We got a packed chat full of General Hospital lovers
Oh
who
my
are not
goodness.
only excited to talk about General Hospital this week, but excited to hit the like button
Uh-huh.
as
Yeah,
well
they are.
while we're broadcasting.
Yes.
And they're also excited for us to go to the General Hospital fan club event. That's going
Yeah,
to be
we are
happening in a
very.
matter of months,
Yep. Yep.
July 30th to
Come
August
on.
3rd. At the Burbank Convention Center, meet your General Hospital stars in person, convention style. Autographs, photos, meet and greets, Q&As. It could all be yours.
It is fun.
So check it out on the General Hospital Fan Club event Facebook page today.
Yeah.
Hi, Connor. Hi, Matt. Hi, Chandra. Chandra's back. Keita's with us. Hello, Keita. Matt Kreider. Hello, other Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of them. Hey, Jenna. What's going on, Jenna? Kaiwan is with us. Cassie. Hello, Cassie. Allie. Hello, Allie. Sandra's with us. Hello, Sandra. And Melinda. Oh,
My
goodness.
goodness, there's a bunch of
We
y'all.
got a bunch of everybody here ready to talk about General Hospital.
A bunch of y'all.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Love it.
I love it. I love it too. I love it too. I love it too. While I was reading names, I was reminded of something that I came across this week that was General Hospital centric. Well, soap centric, we'll say,
Mm-hmm.
regarding names.
Okay.
All right, and this might be well known out there in the fandom, but I never came across it myself. But this is, and then I looked it up and I backed it up, and it seems to be true, even if accidental or not accidental. We'll see. The
Okay.
rumor is out there that one of the creators of the sitcom Friends was a
Okay.
big fan of All My Children.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think her name is Marta Kaufman or something like that. I could be wrong. I could be very
Okay.
wrong. And as such, she actually named all six of the Friends characters after other characters on All My Children.
Really?
Yeah. So if you take a moment and you think about it, okay. So we have the two that stand out the most.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler Bing,
Yeah.
the Chandler family, and
Chandler
then
family.
and then Phoebe Buffet. Phoebe,
Yeah. Phoebe, all my children. Yeah.
okay. And then one of the characters is Rachel Green. Last name Green is in Janet from Another Planet. Janet Green.
Yes.
Ross is one that I don't know, but apparently there was a Ross at some point on All My
Yes, there was a
Children.
character Ross. Yes, there was.
Yeah, I don't know if he was a Cortland or a Chandler, but he was a Ross.
I don't remember, but I do remember there was a character named Ross.
And the one that hangs me up the most is Monica, because of course I know Monica mostly from General Hospital, not All My
Sure.
Children. But apparently there was some character who started off with a different name and then changed her name to Monica at some point on All
I
My
don't
Children. But it could be one of those ones that didn't
know.
last in the memories and the annals of history as much as maybe the other ones that stood out.
Well, maybe Maybe she loved General Hospital too and really enjoyed the name
And
Monica.
just sprinkled in a little Monica there because she was an ABC soap fan. But I came
Maybe.
across that and I found that to be really interesting. And there's two camps out there, whether or not it was intentional or not intentional. But with the sheer fact that, we can really line up 6 out of 6. Well, for me,
So,
easily 5 out of 6 names.
and another interesting thing too, is the fact that Jennifer's Aniston's
Hmm.
father's such a huge soap star,
Oh yeah, John Aniston,
John Aniston.
Kiriakis himself.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go play a game. We're gonna go ride horses. Yes, I'm a man of competition. You see, I'm a man's man. It's the mid
I mean
'80s.
that might have been, if there was a lot of soap-centric kind of people there, I mean, they might have given Jennifer an extra look because of that.
I have no
Who
idea.
knows?
I don't know either. I just thought that was. I thought that was neat.
It is cool.
So anyway, in any case,
I've noticed in Beyond the Gates, in the credits, a lot of the people in the crew have a name that's similar to a character on the show.
oh, how
Somebody on
interesting.
the show,
Well, I
kind of like how, I mean, I don't know that this is on purpose or whatever, but like for instance, with General Hospital naming Donna after a crew member.
right. Well, yeah.
And,
Well, I we'll have to wait for the character that gets introduced onto the soaps that's named Fido, and then we'll know for sure that they do this.
there you go.
You know. Hey Fido, how's it going? Hope you're out there hanging out with us this week.
I hope so.
Oh goodness. All right. Anything else I want to say about names? No, other than I don't know if it's because I live in Los Angeles and there was a lot of television and movies made in Los Angeles, but you drive through town and you go down streets that are character names, and it's not. Listen, character names are regular people names too, for the most part. So it's not like these streets are named after the characters. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that writers in Los Angeles drive through town and get inspired by the turns that they make because, sincerely, so many roads that I go down, just going here and there places, living my life, doing my thing, line up with the character name. First name, last name, something. Geller Street, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if it's because I live in Los Angeles and I'm just making this connection even though it's not real,
Hmm.
or if there's just so many gosh darn streets in Los Angeles that probabilistically I'm gonna come across this.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe a little of both.
Well, Chandra shares with us a little GH factoid in the Beyond the Gates realm,
Hmm.
and she says that Garland Memorial Hospital was named for Nika Garland.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Huh.
Just like the bartender at the Savoyas,
Just
too.
like the bartender at the Savoy, exactly. So on the Garland Memorial, though, what a really popular woman, just a well-loved woman backstage,
Absolutely.
and it goes to show just the true family nature that is soap operas, because we never met this person as the audience. We saw her name in the credits, sure,
Sure.
but the
Yeah.
impact clearly that she's had on the people that make soap operas is still being felt today.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh. Well, thank you for your contributions, Nika.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about the show, Ma.
Let's talk about the show.
All right.
Hey, you guys. I know I know that Matthew got you excited about a countdown for this week.
Oh yeah.
He postponed his countdown.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So so last week I said there'd be a countdown this week, and there's still going to be a countdown, folks. Don't think don't think that we got shafted.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
plan didn't change.
Okay. Nothing's going on. All right. Unless Sidwell gets involved, which I don't think he will, because he's not real.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's a figment of ABC's imagination,
Yeah, he is.
and a
And
good
he's a
figment
bad,
at that.
He's a bad dude. My gosh.
I'm milking it, folks. I'm milking it. The date that we worked out is still a couple of enough weeks out for me to want to wait another week before making the announcement, and that's simply due to previous experience of legitimately things not working out, and then me having to put up another thing with a big old red X over the star's face and embarrassing them on social media. And I don't want to do that again. We don't need another Adam Huss situation. So
Right.
I'm gonna give it one more week just to make sure that nothing gets in the way.
And also, I feel like I must defend him for a moment. That wasn't Adam
Oh
wasn't
no,
the reason why that didn't go.
no, no,
It
no,
was
no, no. That was General
little
Hospital
ABC
PR.
Disney.
Yeah, it was General Hospital PR going, no, no, you don't get to go talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. The writer needs to write up Sidwell. Let Sidwell go. Michelle, you don't like Sidwell? What is it that you don't like? Is it the accent? Is it the performance?
I don't like Sidwell the character. He's awful villain. And but I love watching him because my gosh, he is like I've said before, he's living in the right house because he is a Cassadine. A
You're
bad
waiting for that reveal still.
Oh, he's got the mustache a twirling, doesn't he?
He should grow in like Valentine.
So he's awful. He's awful, but no, I don't want him off the show. Not quite yet.
I
I never wanted Cyrus to leave at all, and he was an awful old
Oh my
thing.
gosh, he showed up on another show this week or last week. He showed up on some primetime thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was an NCIS or some sort of
something like
something.
that. I bet he was a bad dude. I bet
Oh,
he was.
I can almost guarantee you that he was bad. And now listen. So he was on our podcast, and we should invite him again. I'm sure we're gonna run into him again at the thing.
Oh
At least I
yeah,
hoped so. At least, Mom, we have to do business cards.
I know. I've been thinking about it, and yeah, I have to. Man, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to remember to design one, and then that will help because that's 75% of the work. After that, we just get printed.
Yeah.
And then you've got all kinds of business contacts now because not only listen, folks, how on soap operas there's companies, there's like ELQ,
Sure.
there's Aurora Media,
Yeah.
there's Deception Makeup,
Yeah.
and then over here in the real world we got Mama's Treasures
Mm-hmm.
that just keeps expanding before our very eyes, just adding storefronts online day after day.
I have I have an eBay store
And
now.
now opening up a store on eBay, 10th Floor's Treasures.
Yep, that's the name.
10th
All
Floor
one word.
Treasures?
10th floor treasures.
10th Floor Treasures on eBay, and now it's even easier for you to find Mama Shop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And actually, I do encourage you guys to go check out what she's got up on eBay because it's new. And the more you guys go click on it, and the more you guys go interact with it, and the more you maybe bid on something to make something look really good so somebody else can come take it for even more money. Ooh. Then her little channel there, her little shop on eBay, becomes very prominent and people want it. It's at the top of search listings. And you can do your very part in supporting my mama's eBay endeavors
Yep.
by going to ebay.com and looking up 10th Floor Treasures.
There it is.
Hey, look at that. We're filled with ads this week, Ma. Did you notice? All right. If only these were ads that people were actually paying us for.
I know, right?
With that, subscribe to JLJ Media, Suds Media, listen to
Yes.
Pier 54,
Absolutely.
Fish and Days,
Mm-hmm.
the Gatekeepers podcast.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of other shows, you guys, we're not going to be on at 1:30 today.
Oh
We're we're
yeah, yeah. Just
we're,
just
we're,
just
we're a one show Sunday today.
quick programming note. I'm tired as heck. I,
Yeah, Matthew.
I don't got it. I don't got it for 2 this week. Sorry. So I'm gonna give you my all during this General Hospital
Guys,
podcast, though.
Matthew works a ton.
Yeah, and also we reduced the team over at my main job, which was the right move, but also means that I'm carrying more of the load.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Anyway, I wasn't feeling Stella coming to Portia. We're going to jump right back into it with Samaj. Thank you very much, Samaj.
Hmm.
I wasn't feeling Stella coming to Portia's office. Portia's not blood related to her. She's not Portia's mom, and her harassing Portia while she's pregnant currently was annoying to me.
Well, it was to me, Aunt Stella they have evolved the character of Aunt Stella. She was just such a judgy old, snooty old thing before.
She was a judgy old broad, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. She's a judgy old, snooty old thing. And she softened.
Hmm.
My gosh, she used to hate Jordan. Hated her.
She hated her with a vile passion.
Yeah.
She was,
And now,
it was crazy because she was such Team Jordan, excuse me, Team Portia. You need
yeah.
to get back with her and all that sort of stuff. And then he does, and then here we are, fast forward to their wedding, and she's like, oh my God, this Portia has been lying to you. I can't even come
Yes.
to the wedding. I feel so guilty.
Yes.
But we've come a
Yes.
long way since then.
Yeah. So, she did well, my point of bringing that up is she did revert back a little bit, but I think that, Stella still has high regard for Portia as, she does. She still loves her. And, the best way to have a good relationship with a child
Mm-hmm.
is to make sure their freaking mother likes you,
Ah. Yes, that is
right?
key. That is key.
Yeah.
I know this. Well, here's the thing. I grew up with a very social mother, and and don't get me wrong, folks. My mom, she had friends, of course. She's had the same friends since high school. What an achievement! Social at work. I remember
Hmm.
a time or two she would go and have like a dinner with this lady Sherry.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I have old workmates coming to the house next month.
Well, there we go. Well, there we go. And that social butterfly nature of my mother expanded into her children's friends' circles as well. She
Hmm.
loves herself some teenagers. I don't know if that's still the case, but she loves herself some teenagers in the early 2000s.
Um, Now that I've gotten older, I really liked still, teenagers don't think I'm as cool as teenagers 30 years ago did.
I guess that would make sense.
Now I'm just an annoying old lady that won't stop talking.
Well, you know what, Ma? The kids today don't even know what Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is, okay? They don't know what violet, you're turning violet means. All of this to say, though, I'm making a long belabored point in saying that when it comes down to it, my mama knows a little something about being liked and liking your
Hmm.
children's friends, your children's suitors,
Yes.
that sort of thing. It is actually very important.
This is amazing, and Matthew can attest to this. My son-in-law actually likes me, and that fool don't like nobody.
It's not like he's a curmudgeon or anything. He's just
No,
very
but
happy
let
not
me
liking
know.
anybody.
Well, it's just the socialness. He don't got that. He just
You pulled it out of people, Ma. That's why everybody comes to hang out with us on Sunday.
yeah. I think so.
But
Maybe
back to Stella, though. I enjoy
back to
Stella.
Stella.
I guess we need point of view. Was it inappropriate for her to go to Portia's house and confront her? Yes. Yes, it
Mhm.
was. It's none of her business.
Okay, this to me, that gets off track. Same subject gets off track a little
Okay.
bit. But
Let's we've already derailed. Let's stay off.
hey, who who in the world tells somebody to go in someone else's handbag? Who does that?
um,
Seems so weird to me. Curtis should not have been telling nobody to look in someone else's handbag when
no,
they're
no.
present.
I actually know someone who would test people to see how they would respond to this request. Hey, could you get this out of my purse? It's right there.
Hmm.
And if they would go into the person's purse and grab the thing, she would know a little something about them. Or, and I don't know what she was sussing out with this, to be honest. Or
Okay.
if the person said, oh, okay, and then grabs the bag to hand it to the person without going through it, then she knows that she can trust this person, I guess, or something. And to me, that made absolutely no sense, because why would I not do the direct thing that you asked me? and instead
maybe
just hand it to you for you to do it yourself. That just wasn't logical to me.
personal boundaries, that's just not something I'm comfortable doing is going in someone else's
Yeah.
handbag. That's my personal
Well,
boundary. I don't want to do that, so that's why I hand the whole thing to you. But I just found it weird that Curtis told Aunt Stella to go hunting
Yeah,
around.
I think that we're just gonna call it we're just gonna call it a daytime plot development.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You know, we had to get Stella across this pregnancy test in some way.
and yes, and it does make. I mean, I understand why they wrote it that way because if they had left it out for her to come across, why didn't Curtis come across it? You know,
Tyrone defends Stella a little bit, saying, "Well, Stella is the concerned aunt, and sometimes too much concern becomes intrusive." She, I got okay. So she's not totally disconnected from the situation. She's emotionally invested. But when it comes to being a player in the game, Stella's not really one. It's not her business. It's Curtis's business.
it is. It is.
Portia's
But
business.
it's really. I would imagine though, because she has changed. She has changed. But Aunt Stella's not at an age where she's gonna like pivot a lot.
No,
She's
she's not.
no, you know what I mean?
Sometimes that judgmental nature is going to come right back out.
Yeah, she is what she is at this point.
I hear. Chandra says that Curtis gave Stella permission to be nosy.
Yeah, indeed.
And maybe that's what he was intentionally doing, knowing, oh, you know what, Stella's not just going to go and grab this thing. She's going to search this bag. And that's why he asked her to do it.
And, what
Come
they could
back
have,
with all of the secrets that Jordan's keeping from me, Stella. He's a bloodhound for secrets, Mother.
and as it turns out, that girl is not pregnant anyway.
No, she's not a false pregnancy scare.
Yeah, I think the menopause is starting to hit her.
Well, here's the thing. She's not 20. As
Exactly.
much as when they dumped TJ unceremoniously off the pier,
That's
off
what
screen.
it was funny. I watch General Hospital with my mother-in-law most episodes. I do watch it with her.
Yeah.
And and she's 91 years old, still very with it, but she don't remember everything. She said to me, and that because it does seem like he just fell out into the ocean somewhere or something. Because she said, "Does Jordan have children? Has she had a child?" I said, "Yeah, Mom. TJ says her baby. Remember TJ? Oh yeah." I said, "Well, because it did seem like they just had him walk the plank. He's just gone."
He's just gone. He's working on the fourth floor of General Hospital, the floor we just never visit.
No, exactly. The elevator don't recognize fourth floor, so there you go.
Chandra says that Stella goes into bathrooms and looks in the medicine cabinet. I could see that. I could see that. Oh, I was just looking for the hand soap.
I wonder if you I mean, that could be a question for Family Feud. Have 100 people. How many snoop in the bathroom when they're a guest at your home? I would say a lot. Maybe not the medicine cabinet, but they look in a drawer or something. Come on, they are.
So this is what you do. Hide it. Hide it in your bedroom, between your mattress and your box spring.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
same
yeah.
place that that Britt keeps her medicine. Oh goodness. I would cuss Curtis out if he told anyone to go into my purse, says Alicia.
Well, I think a lot of us would. I mean, it's intrusive. To me, it's intrusive. What are you doing? You know? I don't know. Would you like to go in my pantry and make sure, see what kind of foods we actually eat? What are you doing?
Sandra says that she agrees with you about your personal boundaries with purses and actually had a tough time when her mom passed away going through that with the personal boundaries, getting into the privacy.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hey, Ma, I don't know. I think we need to shampoo the carpet or something in the gatehouse again or something. I don't know if there's this weird stain on the couch. Something went down in here over the last week, that just even though this is what we would consider the private home of Michael Quartermaine, even though this is what we would consider his home away from the estate, even though we would consider this a child-free area because they live part-time over with Willow, even though this is a building on the great compound of the Quartermaine estate, something went down in here that shouldn't have happened.
Uh-huh.
That was mighty inappropriate.
Yeah.
That was dangerous to the
Little.
fragile young minds.
You know what though? Michael, I don't what Michael, what you thinking? For
Oh,
one
by the
thing,
way, for the audio listeners, I'm in the gatehouse.
yeah, we're at the gatehouse.
Sorry.
The backdrop behind Matthew is the gatehouse. Yeah, if you're audio. So this is what Michael didn't do nothing wrong to me. That
This is
as
his
far as what
house. This is his home.
his home, his home. But damn, lock the door and draw the blinds, dude.
Okay, I'll give you that one. It's
You
like
know, you
having
don't
an
even have to
apartment.
go upstairs. You want to do it in the floor in front of that fireplace, be all romantic and yeah, get a rug burn, do it.
Do it, but draw the blinds and treat it like an apartment. Treat it like you're in an apartment complex.
Exactly.
You're not going to leave the blinds open, all right? I have the blinds open now for the sunlight, but I will tell you, they're not always open. It would be inappropriate. Nobody needs to see me change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So now, and it would have been, and it would have been damaging maybe to poor Leo to walk in on that.
Sure.
Now, Wiley might have been like, "Why are you wrestling?" I don't.
I get the feeling that Wiley may have already walked in on Michael and Willow at least once.
I'm telling you, I tell
I
you.
just get the
But you
feeling.
guys,
Amelia didn't come from nowhere.
no, no, she got here some way, huh? Uh, I thought all of the interchange of all the Quartermaines was so funny. This was the funniest thing that anybody said. This is so funny.
Let's hear it.
They're talking about, want to give Danny any ideas, right? We don't want to give Danny ideas. And Michael's response, right now, a paper plate will give Danny an idea. Oh man.
Oh gosh, when they
so fun.
do Quartermaine, you know what I mean? It's something special.
It cracked me. The whole thing cracked me up. And the way Olivia approached it at first,
Yeah.
was trying to like tiptoe around everything, which made no sense because Olivia has never been like that.
She'd be
She
like, "What
tells
you doing? Boning
Yeah,
in the stand right in
exactly.
front of the fire."
What are you doing? Gonna draw the blinds at least.
Let's
Shut
draw
the
the blinds.
door.
Exactly.
That is what I would expect for Olivia to do
Mm-hmm.
in a crowded room or one-on-one. I would expect that's what Olivia would do, not this tiptoeing around. But it was so funny. And then with all of them like throwing each other under the bus, it was hilarious. And Tracy, Tracy was the most real, actually.
Well, she has to be the most real. She's the matriarch now.
Is the matriarch
She's got to
now.
hold it down. She's got to have
And
that wisdom, that
she's
control.
over defending Michael, and she ain't. Michael's never been her
No,
favorite.
but Monica loved her. Gosh darn it, loved him. Gosh
Yes,
darn it.
yes.
Why was Leo in the lake house to begin with? Danny's almost 18. A paper plate. Danny's almost 18. A paper plate would give him ideas. Olivia is acting brand new, being prude, and she did it with Johnny Zakara. Right, reminds
I,
us.
oh yes, and
Tyrone.
that comment when Tracy was talking to me, talking about what kind of scandalous and rotten dudes they've been with,
Yes.
and the criminals came up.
Well, how many mobsters have you been with, Mother? Less than you.
And I started thinking about Olivia. Oh my gosh. Olivia had the most hottest little thing going on with Johnny Sakara.
Yeah.
And him being a gangster made her
Well, she's picked up a little prudishness. I don't know. She's been locked away in the Quartermaine estate for too long. She's been picking up some conservative ideas. I don't know.
So there's Johnny
Yeah.
and Leo's dad,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Julian.
Julian Jerome,
Julian.
Dante's dad, Sonny.
Sonny. Yeah, Tyrone provides a list here. Johnny Zakara, Sonny. You mentioned Julian. And then Tyrone also says Stephen Lars Weber. Don't forget Julian Jerome. Exactly. Never forget Julian, everybody. Never forget Julian Jerome. He was an asset to the show.
Can't
I really enjoyed Julian. Julian was like a Jason that was better.
Yeah, he had it was like Jason, but with emotions.
You're right, like yeah. And I say better because I like to be controversial and get people to be mad so they will comment. So if you disagree, leave a comment down below or talk to me in the chat. Please, Olivia painting with Steve. See, here we go. All right, Olivia. They did it for the comedy, man. They did it so they can lead into the tit for tat, one-upsmanship, whatever, sitting room argument, Quartermaine style. And you just gotta love it. Just jump on the wave, folks. Just surf that wave of fun.
And then they said something about Michael and how he's like, was banging the help.
Just that's not the help.
No, I'm talking about, they said something about Sasha.
Oh yeah.
I
forgot she was the cook.
And then Michael pops off with only once.
Once was enough.
Proof that it only takes once.
Once was enough. Sophia Matson apparently in real life got like a haircut or something.
She did what?
Got like a haircut or something. I'll have to look it up.
I would love for her to come back. She needs to at least come back when they honor Robert.
I think that I would just really imagine that she will.
You would think so, huh?
I don't know why she wouldn't. Why wouldn't she?
No.
Why
I
wouldn't
think
she?
I think that episode is coming, but I would think it's for it to be as good as we would all want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of coordination of people being able to make it.
Yeah. She darkened all of her hair. She's just got staunch, just beautiful brown hair now.
Probably is just her natural color.
No more streaks of nothing.
Oh, okay.
It is really gorgeous, though. It's a great color.
Yeah, she's a beautiful girl.
Yeah, I can't. Listen, I'm not Sophia Matson. I don't know what she's up to. I don't know what she wants in her life. I've never talked to her. But if I was her, I would come back for the Robert story.
Yeah,
that's all I could say. That's all I could say about it. I don't know how attractive that would be to her. I don't know how she feels about wanting to come back, or if it would even be interesting to her.
Right.
But I want it. Give it to me, Sophia.
Yeah. I would like her to come back. And what we were talking about last week too, about Ethan is supposed to be coming back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Give me that.
It's gotta be any day now. People were saying like the 26th or some nonsense.
Really?
The end of this coming week?
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
Tyrone thinks that Ethan's going to come back for the Robert story.
Maybe that's going to be part of it.
Are we going to finally find out that he's not Luke's kid? He's actually been Robert's all along.
Wouldn't that be something? But if he returns, I want him to act. I want his character to be like it was before when he played Ethan, where he was just a little Luke Jr. and I loved him.
Well, it's not Blondie Ethan no more. It's original Ethan coming back soon to your screens.
Yeah, that'll be all fun. But anyway, that whole Quartermaine stuff, they could do that weekly for me.
They just have the Quartermaine spinoff. That'll be the YouTube, Hulu or whatever 5-minute episodes that I've been wanting them to do for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Just at the Quartermaines. And that's what you call it. At the Quartermaines. And it's just a silly, comedic Quartermaine scene of life in those walls. Where now Olivia, after this conversation, is now trying to hide all of the paper plates. So Danny does not come across one of them. Danny's out there. He's being a sports star. He's exploring what some could be inappropriate love. He's out there. He's just trying to figure it out. And it's not like he's got the best example of good choice making in a father. You know,
Yeah, and now his daddy's about to take off again.
his daddy's about to go be thrown in the slammer. Danny's gonna have to go visit Jason and Steinmauer.
Yeah, maybe that's how they're going to write him out. They put him in the jailhouse.
They're gonna throw him in there. He's gonna be singing the blues.
And I know you guys probably thought the same thing that Matt and I did was like, why is Dante doing this? It should have been Brennan.
Yeah, why is Dante bringing this guy in? Isn't the WSB who's like, we're gonna get him, and now PCP now, or did Dante get wind of what's going on, and so he filed his own Jason charges so they can arrest him before the WSB does to keep him safe?
Maybe.
I don't know, because I gotta tell you, this story's getting
Burton
deep.
ain't going to be there much longer.
The story's getting deep, and I think that the show realized that the cold fusion of it all was really goofy, and they didn't do much with it. And so while it is still cold fusion, they really don't talk about it. It's just the project.
The project now. Yes.
And the project is getting real juicy.
It is. It is. It is. And yeah, who are they gonna pull in when she takes off? Britt's gonna take off for a little bit.
Is she though?
Well, we don't really know, huh? We don't know.
Because if Jason gets thrown into the jail cell, then she's got nobody to go on the run with.
That's true.
And might find herself backed into yet another corner in the whole Faison family tree, which apparently has another branch.
Yeah, I could not. I tried to think of who the fourth one was, and I cannot think who the fourth one is.
Excuse me. From everything that I can tell, this is new information.
Yeah.
A fourth Faison child out there. Who could it be? It's Brad. Brad Cooper, everybody. It's Brad Cooper. That's why Britt has always found such a bond with him. That's always why she's liked him. It's always why she's protected him. It's because she's known that he hasn't just been his best friend, but her half-brother.
Well, wouldn't that be nuts?
It's not. Jason. Nathan has a twin.
I think
Come
Nathan.
on. He raised a Nathan. He raised his own Nathan. He raised his own Nathan clone.
And well, yeah, perhaps Nathan is the twin, which would make sense because that whole twin thingy would work.
You don't even need the twin thingy. You just tell him about it because he doesn't even need the specific memories. He just needs the life story. Because there's things he doesn't do right. There's things. There's things that he would do more correctly if he had the true memory of and not just the information about.
So perhaps so what we've been saying for a while now about him being Wes Ramsey, being Peter, not Peter.
No. He's Blathan, everybody.
Wrong. The twin thing makes sense actually.
What's his name gonna be? What do we call him until we find out what fake Nathan's real name is? I don't know. Skippy.
Fake Nathan. Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with something.
Fake-thin. Well, fake-thin for now. Yeah, I think that's what we got. I think that's what we're getting. I think that's what we're leaning. Fakey Faison. I do believe that we are going to find out that Nathan did have a twin. Nathan did have a twin indeed, and he was raised on the other side of the home as Peter August.
Could be.
And yeah, Scooter. Scooter Faison. It's funny because ever since we introduced the potential of Wheezy Faison into the world, any sort of silly little name before Faison just works for me.
Yeah, it does.
Scooter Faison, Wheezy Faison. We can get away from the Heinrichs, the Cesars, and just get into Percy Faison.
Percy Faison.
Tyrone's gonna go with Jaden Faison. All right.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Jaden spelled like the Klingon in the new Star Trek show. Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. When your story is stuck, pop out a twin. Classic GH, says Alicia.
It's Nathan. It's Nathan and Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah, John Nathan. That's the way it's spelled, kind of. Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan Lavery, come back to me. Oh gosh. So yeah, 1,000%. That's my new prediction. As much as I would like to have seen him like drop his face and go, Maxie, we're not there. Plus, she didn't sense the Peter in him anyway when she woke up. So I'm good.
And that would explain why. That would explain because I'll always my prediction before was that is Peter, but that would explain why he's not invested to see Wheezy.
Even then, I still maintain, folks. I still maintain, even if it turns out to be Peter and not the twin of Nathan, his disinvestment in Wheezy started when he told Maxie to put that baby in a box. We'll make another one.
Yeah.
I'm just still on that. So at any point they could pull that thread and be like, you know what? He wanted to put the baby in the box, Maxie. We're just gonna make another one in a few weeks. That was the story. He's like, we don't need this one. We're going to start fresh somewhere else with a new baby. One that hasn't been tainted by Brooklyn and Chase.
Yeah. They're going to get their little Phoebe and take her home.
Tyrone says that we can't use Faison Jr. because Jr. messes up your kids. Just ask AJ.
Yeah.
He was Alan Jr. He was real messed up.
Yeah, he was AJ.
Hello, Leslie. Leslie's here saying, remember when they did the memory transfer story? Yes, we do.
Yes. And that's why this kind of clicks with me as well. The whole
really well. That was one of my
everybody, I don't know what's in the water in Port Charles or in that area, but it makes eggs split.
That's Faison's actual final project.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Gosh. Oh no. Oh, just so many babies. Would Jason and Drew, could Jason be Drew? Because technically Drew would still have Jason's memory. You're totally right, Leslie. I really think that the show has very quietly, just through context that you can put together through what it is that Drew talks about currently with the face of from Cameron Matheson on. With the way that he talks about his life and his past and then this and then that and the other thing and how he reacts to Jason and the things that has said his motivations for being. The show, I feel, has pretty clearly stated that all of the Jason memories that used to exist in Drew's head are gone.
Yeah.
And if you want to just make up your own little tale on that, because the show has not explicitly said, this is what happened. So there's still a lot of room for interpretation. And also plenty of room for the show, since they didn't say this is what happens. At any point, they can say, well, Drew remembers this thing that happened in Jason's life, At any point they could say that, but they haven't. All of that to say... I think the show has moved on past that. I think that we are meant to take Drew as someone who remembers his life in full, does not remember Jason's life in full. And it all sort of started when he remembered where the money was back in the Billy Miller exit.
Yep.
Because that whole thing was like, well, I remember where the money is. It's in the back of this car. I remember from my old life. And then, of course, there was the throwaway line before he got into the elevator. Well, could this mean? Is his old memories resurfacing?
Yeah.
And now here we go. That's what I think. That's what I think. And now he can't tell anybody any stories. All he could do is hope that Kai sees him asking for help.
Sure can.
Yep. Kai is the only person left.
Yeah. Kai might be. Yeah, and I think Kai would help him.
Kai absolutely would help him. Kai would help him.
Yeah,
Here's the thing,
that would put him in the crosshairs of Sidwell, though.
The thing is, and I hate this for Trina. But also at the same time, I'm sorry, you are on a soap opera. This is gonna happen time and time again. However, With Kai's emboldened attitude, with Kai actively searching for information and coming across it. At this point of the story, and I'm sorry to step away from fantasy and get into a little analytics, but
Mm-hmm.
coming across this amount of information at this point of the story is like putting on a red shirt and then going to the transporter room to beam down to the surface with Kirk, Spock, and McCoy.
That is not a good sign.
It is not a good sign. You're stacking the deck a little bit against you.
Mm-hmm.
When the poisonous snake rears its ugly head, Willow, who's already shot somebody and is keeping somebody like locked in,
My
you
gosh.
you could find yourself with a poisoned shot glass. You know what I mean? Like, let's have a celebratory drink, Kai.
Yeah.
Swig. Oh, what's this burning sensation I feel? And then the character gets to be killed off, and it costs no extra money or special effect or a flashbang or anything. The actor just drinks a little bit of water and says, "What's this burning?" And then he collapses.
And
That's
that, if that were to happen, it would cement Willow in the same category pretty much as Sidwell.
and here's the fun part of that too. If my wild theory proves to be true, that is, whew, oh, Kate McMullen, I applaud these developments because I know that you would eat it and,
Oh,
and leave no crumbs, as the kids used to say, because I'm sure they don't anymore.
of course not.
I'm sure that you would nail it, and I'm sure it would be mighty entertaining, and I would love every minute of it. But if you kill Kai by poisoning his shot glass,
Hmm.
ooh, that's the writing on the wall for Willow too. That character then needs to go to jail for a while.
My goodness.
At
Oh
this
my.
point in time, since she's only been after Drew, we have enough. We have enough. Okay, yeah, all right, but once she goes after an innocent,
Yeah.
then it's all over for Willow, and we got to start writing the exit.
Yeah.
Just how it is. It's just how it is. You can't kill Kai and then not have to go to jail for a while.
You would think that something would have to happen to you, huh?
Especially with the modern. Look at me, I'm old. Especially with how stories are being told in soap operas today. I'm not even going to blame the audience for it. With how the stories are told, especially in General Hospital.
And you know what that could, you know what, if they decide to write that, that could give us, I want them to return Trina to somewhat of a badass, you know? She used to be. Like the Trina we saw on The Haunted Star.
Yeah, I know the one that was with
That girl.
Spencer, the Sprina Trina,
Yes, the Sprina
the
Trina.
Sprina Trina.
Uh-huh.
She just needs an Esme. She just needs an Esme. Chandra says that Trina doesn't have a good track record with boyfriends. Boy, oh boy, she does. She doesn't. Neither does Jocelyn.
No.
We're gonna find out that what's his name's dead.
Oh, you think Vaughn's dead?
Why not? Cullum's gonna take him out
I wouldn't be surprised.
at a certain point. Listen, folks, I still maintain, and I know that this sounds evil, but also it's storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Fridge the guy. Fridge the guy. What that means is you kill off somebody that somebody is liking for the emotional turmoil and investment and development. Basically, what they did to Dex, they fridged Dex.
Yeah.
They killed him off for the emotional spike in Jocelyn that pushed her on her next journey.
Yeah.
So use that with Vaughn as well. All right. Cullum finds out. Jocelyn's a part of the WSB, and because they're all like, oh, he's gonna kill me if he finds out. Oh, this guy's evil though, folks. All right. But he's also like not like, oh, I'm Sidwell. Here's me with my gun. Papa, you have no use for me anymore. You know, like we got to have different levels here. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So while Sidwell will be the one that grabs the gun out of the drawer
Mm-hmm.
and takes out the professor, we gotta get Cullum to be like, oh ho ho, you little tiny little blonde B word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're playing this WSB game. Well, I'm gonna WSB you right back. Here's
Yeah.
this video of me putting a bullet in Vaughn. How do you like that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, isn't that more evil? That's more evil.
More evil.
It's more evil.
You know, this whole
Agree or
Cullum,
disagree?
Cullum coming to town and being so deadly and being, double agent, that gets to that's casting something. It's casting being able to make Brennan not look like such an
Oh,
ass.
totally, totally, totally. 1,000%. Cullum was introduced to make it so Jack didn't have to be this guy.
Yep.
So what it does, it's totally, completely reframed Jack, and I cannot wait to go to the GH fan club event and hope that Chris McKenna is going to be there at the main event or at the launch, which I'm sure
I
he will
imagine
because
he's
he's got his event, he's got his thing with Laura
got
Wright
his,
that weekend, so I'm
got
sure
a
he's
thing
going to
with
be
Laura
around
Wright. He's got a thing with Laura Wright.
because
So,
I really want to be like, hey guy,
mm-hmm,
give me your feeling on
mm-hmm.
this development, because what it's is completely reframed Jack from being somebody who I constantly said he's neutral, he's like neutral good. He'll do whatever he needs to do in order
Yeah,
to win the case, right? But this
right.
column introduction has changed. It has reframed it, in my opinion, folks. In
Mm-hmm,
my opinion, it has reframed it so instead of being this neutral good who's going to do whatever it takes to get the bad guy,
mm-hmm,
it has made it so he was this guy in the WSB with a lot of power who made a huge mistake.
mm-hmm.
Like, and that's it. His
Yes.
choice to grab Jocelyn and put her into this was a huge mistake.
It was a huge mistake. And at the time when this all first started, he didn't have this kind of feelings for Carly that he does now. Now he finds that he's actually falling in love with Carly. Before, she was a fun hookup in the very beginning, you know?
Yeah.
And a way to learn a few things about Sunny and all the elements around her.
Mm-hmm.
Get some intel.
Yeah.
He's
It
playing
just,
with her.
yeah.
But then, but he didn't anticipate that he was going to like her the way he does.
There was a certain point in which Carly was in the hospital for something. I can't recall the reason why she was in the bed, but she was in the bed for some reason.
Hmm.
And clearly she's fine now.
Hmm.
But Jack was talking to her while she was unconscious, saying, I've never really felt like this about anybody before, and that sort of thing, and that and yada yada. And that's a sentiment that he's repeated. He told it to Anna when Anna
Hmm.
was trying to get into the whole thing when she found out that Jocelyn was part of the WSB.
Yeah.
And so I really think that we're supposed to take that as fact. Like he liked her, and then was like, "Ooh, no, I really like this lady." And yeah,
Hmm.
I really think that at this point in time, with where we are with the whole story, and with what Cullum's been up to, and now with Jack very much positioned in 100% opposition,
Yep.
no question about it. There's no gray area when it comes to where Jack lies on the team. You know, like
Right.
even though Carly does not like him anymore, and the audience, and at this point, the audience and even the show is pretty much like 30 seconds away from Carly being like, "You asshole," you know,
Exactly.
like the show is 30 seconds away from this.
Yeah. Yeah.
We we would have got it this week if it wasn't for a phone call,
Yeah.
you know. So, but that also, just because there's going to be the rupture there, doesn't mean that Brennan is going to be like, all right, well, I'm going to start working with Cullum. Sidwell's going to cut his hooks in me. They might try. But
Hmm.
Brennan's going to be like, but Brennan could. He has the potential to be like, I am the tippity top of the WSB of Port Charles.
Hmm.
What sort of influence do you think you're going to be able to exert on me? We're going to take
Hmm.
out Carly. Ho, 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 ho. I've got a team of agents all the time watching. Like, he's not gonna break down and join the bad guys. He's still going to stay on Team Carly. He's going to have
Yep.
to work side by side with Valentine.
He
There's
is.
going to be a certain point in which it's Jocelyn, Valentine, and Brennan breaking into some sort of lab.
Yes.
You know, like we're getting there. We're getting there. And
They're
then he
getting there.
becomes he, and then we're at the same time that we're starting to feel a little sympathy for Drew. We're gonna
Hmm.
start seeing exactly why we should like Jack. And here's the thing: on social media, Chris McKenna is very, very excited over something that he just recently filmed.
Hmm.
Very excited about it. I don't know what it is. I just know that he can't wait for us to see it.
Yeah. It's probably like,
So stay tuned in the next 5-6 weeks, Because apparently something went down on set that Chris McKenna really enjoyed doing.
Yes, something he loved, something he loved. Okay, you guys, to me, I thought if you'd have old Jason, okay, old Jason,
Like 90s Jason?
yeah, old Jason would have shot both of those fools.
Well, I think that's what that little
Right?
montage was meant to make us think about. Because old Jason would have been like, oh, okay, well, I mean, both of these guys. You know, Sonny, I couldn't get the one, so I just took the ball. I don't think that you're going to have a major problem with this. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, and I think the show realizes this. And
Old Jason, old Jason would have said, "Damn, that's a bonus." Pow pow.
I think that that's why they did the whole, and then
Uh-huh.
like flashing to Carly and flashing to Danny and flashing to these things that matter to him, these things that he doesn't want to be arrested and taken away from, for example, or whatever. I've never been in that situation where I'm like lining up a shot and trying to take out somebody, so I don't know what sort of guilt I would feel that would spill into those. Like I don't know the grand scope of everything that Jason was going through, but I understand what the show was trying to tell us, and that was Jason having a honest to God moral crisis about
Yeah,
shooting this guy rather than going to Danny's basketball game.
yeah. Just shooting the dude. Old Jason would have just shot him.
A moral crisis for one
Yes.
Jason Morgan.
Yes. Yes. And I tell you, I think part of it, part of this pivot for him is the fact that he's got a minor child that doesn't have a mother.
He has said that on a couple of occasions.
Yeah.
He said it immediately, soon after Sam died, which was like 2 years ago now. It's been a
Hmm.
long time.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a year and a half. It was in October. I remember it. It was
It's
like
been,
Halloween. I remember it because people were like, "Oh, Halloween! How come Sam's dying and we're not celebrating
I
Maxine's
think it was
birthday?" I remember.
Halloween, Halloween Day.
Oh God, that's right. Because Scout was going to go trick or treating, and then they sent her trick or treating to distract her from the fact that Sam just died. You
Hmm.
gotta figure it all out. Anyway, in any case, Jason said that pretty shortly after Sam died. Like, oh man, I like Sonny, we got to get out of the mob because I always thought that if something happened to me, they still had Sam. I never thought in a million years that like Sam would go before me.
Right.
Whew, whew.
Yeah.
And he said
He
it too. I don't
always
think he said it
thought,
to
he
Monica
always thought,
or Tracy.
he always thought that Sam and Elizabeth aren't ever going to go anywhere. You know, Sam and
Yeah.
Elizabeth are going to be available for his children.
Well, Elizabeth probably will be.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion, but I think Steeper was saying goodbye forever. A steeper. Cassie, what do you mean by steeper? Do you mean Steve?
Hmm.
As in Jason?
Well, he keeps on, Steve Burton, he hasn't changed his tune. He's still saying he's going to be back in the summertime.
I don't see why he wouldn't be. This guy
Hmm.
loves General Hospital. Here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. Here's what I have picked up out there on the streets. On the streets of Port Charles. This is what I picked up. All right. If you are a fan of Jason and Britt, don't be a fan for much longer. Because this one is not going to last.
Mm-mm. I
This is
guess not.
actively moving toward an ending. I can't point to any sort of plot detail or anything that they're saying at this very moment in time. But whatever goes down while Steve Burton is away is going to make it so Britt and Jason cannot be. One thing that I guess I can point to is that while he was thinking about these things with the gun, Britt didn't come up.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's an indication of what's truly in his heart, because he was thinking a lot more about Carly than Britt.
Hmm.
Um,
The fact that she needs help, that's right up Jason's alley. Jason's always helping somebody in crisis, right? But her
yes.
personality, the Brit personality, seems like something that Jason will walk away from.
I wondered, especially like round one, I could buy into it. She's spicy, she's different. This is interesting. Round
Mhm.
two, I have never understood why he gives her the time of day. Because in round one, there was build up. There was let's deliver these Valentines to these sick kids on 10th floor and da like these little cutesy moments and little bonding things. Round two, she has been a royal britch. She has been demanding and pushy and mean and dismissive and all of these things. And I recognize that Jason is emotionally challenged, which can make it easier for him to swim through such things. But also that I just didn't understand why he would go to her house. You know, like
Yeah.
why did you decide to do this today? Why? She's just nothing but evil, right? She's just mean to you all the time, Jason. So totally understand that. I think it was Steve Burton who got in a little bit of trouble with the vocal social media fans
Really?
by saying something along the lines of love scenes complicate things at home. I'm old, I don't want to do them.
Okay.
Basically.
It's kind of, it's hard. I would think, to be as prevalent as he is, and it would be hard to be on a soap opera and not have to not have that to be a stipulation you don't want to do, you know? I don't know.
Of all the soaps to make a stipulation, General Hospital is the one to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're very, I think they really try to honor how people feel about it.
And when
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
understand.
love scenes, I'm talking, Valentine Carly, you know.
Yeah, you don't
That
want
sort of love, not I love you back. We're canoodling a smooch here. Not that sort of love scene. Not the emotional.
right.
He's fine doing the low emotional love scene. It's the
You know,
physical love scene.
he doesn't want to do anything horizontal, it sounds like.
Yeah. He's not. He said something along the. I can't quote it. I'm pretty sure it was him too. I mean, might even be wrong about who said it, but I think it was Steve
Now,
Burton.
is he willing to do an afterglow thing where, they're not showing a hot and heavy, but the scene right after is side by side in the
So
bed
that's where the fun part about Steve Burton comes into
here?
play. Um, I, I think that when it comes down to the horizontal mambo, the rolling around in the sheets, the side boob and the shirtlessness, I think that no matter who you are, that's a no.
Yeah.
And we really like he was back in his shirt and shoes after a supposed fade to black with Brit.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
and that was just like 2 weeks ago. Like shirt and shoes, folks, and shoes. All
Yeah.
right. Like, as in, Steve Burton was like, all right, we faded to black. He went to the side of the sound stage. They said, all right, places. And then he walked back onto the set and sat right back down. You know? I think that it comes down, when it comes to Afterglow, I really think
Mhm.
that's going to come down to who it is that he's afterglowing with. And at
Mhm.
this point in time, just with what I've picked up on the streets of Port Charles, I don't know these people. I'm
Mhm.
not back there.
Mhm.
I've never talked to them about this.
No.
I think that Laura Wright, given how long their genuine platonic friendship has been at play,
Uh-huh.
might be the only real life human entity out there that Steve Burton would be able to comfortably share Afterglow with on the soundstage for General Hospital and not have then received commentary from his new wife that really likes Laura Wright.
Yeah. But I mean, I understand. If she feels that way, and she's part of the reason why Steve feels that way is because Michelle is so uncomfortable. I understand. However, your man's a soap opera star, girl.
He's also 55.
Yeah, but he's hot as hell still, though.
Now, I'm always, folks, you know that I'm not the biggest proponent and fan of the love scenes myself, the physical love scenes myself. You know this.
Yeah.
So, always take my commentary and opinion on this with a little bit of a grain of salt. But I have at it, Steve Burton. Never do it again. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. And when it comes
Yeah.
to, like, if it affects at home, all that sort of stuff, cool. I get it. I understand.
Hmm.
But go talk to Neil McDonough. All right, he's the guy with the short crop bleached hair. He was on Desperate Housewives. He was Britt's husband.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
He was on Star Trek First Contact. That's my first Neil
yeah. Hmm.
McDonough. He's a movie and TV guy. You know him if you see him. Look up the name, and you'll go, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
All right, he will not kiss anybody anymore in any movie he ever does because the only person he wants to kiss is his wife.
Well, I mean, I say if that's how you feel and that's your life to live, so yeah. But but you're gonna have to accept the
Hmm.
limits that would impose.
Yeah.
It will subject you to some
Hmm.
limits.
Hmm. And oh, you know what? Lulu, Alexis Bruner.
Yeah.
She did a little interview too, because she's been making out with Nathan on the show,
She has,
and
yes.
so they, oh, how's that? Blah, 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 blah. You know how they do. And
And they didn't do all that side booby and bare chest for that either.
no, no,
They
no,
did
no,
not.
no, they didn't. They didn't. Oh boy, oh what a bad guy.
He picked her
Ugh.
up though and walked her up the stairs.
And they faded to black. And there we go. There's a moment of chaste there too, right? Uh,
Mhm.
and then she said in this interview to them that it's fine. I think it's because people find Nathan to be hot, and so they're like, "What's it like kissing this guy, huh?" Because like
Mhm.
it's 1976 and we're interviewing
Right.
her for the back of Playboy. Ugh,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, it's fine, but really the only person I want to kiss is Justin Bruner or whatever his name is, her husband.
Yes,
The
I
only
actually I,
person I."
I, I saw that. That's nothing else I saw
Hmm.
around that interview was just that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, yeah, that little Jamie Martin, he's pretty hot, isn't he?
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, neat.
Yeah, she's been
Oh.
married to Jamie Martin for years.
Oh, that's cute. Well, they
Yeah,
need.
you didn't know that they're married?
No,
You
how
didn't
come?
know?
Shoot, then they should have replaced Ezra Boyle with Jamie Martin, and so we could this week could have had Jamie and Tad on screen together.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, what's going
They
on, Chad? Do
and
you know?
Jamie got married in real life and they have a bunch of babies and they've been married for a long time.
I hope he comes to the GH fan club event if she's going to be there.
Wouldn't that be cool? He was there last year for a moment, someone said, but we didn't see him. Yeah.
That's cool.
I did.
Ah,
I had no idea you did not know that. Isn't that interesting? And you know what? I saw a recent picture of him. He's still so cute
Oh
too.
yeah.
My
Oh yeah. Well, when it comes to the chit chat chatter out there, Alicia thinks that Steve Burton should have had this conversation with his wife before the marriage. And you know what, Alicia? I bet that they did, and the agreement was, all right, honey, I'm not going to do that then.
yeah, I mean, and now I I'm not saying that Michelle's wrong because she can feel the way she feels. It would not bother me. It wouldn't bother me. Now, it would bother me if Steve Burton has been known, well, he bangs everybody eventually. That's not the truth, though. He doesn't
I
have this
understand
big
that.
history. He doesn't have this big history of having relationships with his co-stars. He
Right.
doesn't have a big history of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Now, so that's
That would
me.
be a concern. I can understand that. I don't know. I don't know these people. I'm not back there, and I could even be way wrong. Like, listen, folks, this is the 10th floor. Don't come here for the news. I could be misreporting this thing like crazy, and it was actually, yeah, I don't know, Maurice Bernard who said it, and nobody cares, right? I don't know. I don't know. I
You,
don't. I
you
don't. I
guys,
don't think
you
it was.
guys know this is speculation and an opinion. Don't come here for the truth.
we're just full of lies here at the 10th floor. Cassie says, I don't think he wants to disrespect his marriage. And folks, and I think that I was trying to lean into that when it came to the Neil McDonough comparison was sometimes people have these feelings, sometimes people have these thoughts, and sometimes people are prominent soap stars in which we'd rather have Jason Morgan on the show than fight with him about taking his shirt off with this lady.
Right.
Also, in 2000, listen, and also in 2026, we have to be mindful of this. Even if it's hypersensitive, even if it's paying too much attention, I don't know. Take your own stance and opinion on it. I'm not here to tell you what to think. But the idea in 2026 of sitting two people down and saying, you must simulate sex on TV for us in order to keep the job, is probably the most wrong thing I can think of societally in the United States currently.
That's sexual harassment, really.
Like, yeah, it doesn't matter what soaps used to be. It doesn't matter that it's love in the afternoon and all that sort of stuff. Just the idea
Hmm.
of, like, you join the cast, and sure, you can join the cast and you can have the assumption that eventually I'm going to have to roll around like Jocelyn Jacks does.
Hmm.
It's not like we don't get this from pretty much everybody eventually on the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot more often than other people, but it's
Yeah.
not like we haven't seen Cody and Molly. It's not like we haven't seen, just list them, man. We've seen it
Yeah.
all.
We've seen Trina and Kai that way.
We've seen exactly. We've seen Trina like exactly, mother. Exactly. So we get it all eventually.
We sure used to see Drew and Willow like that
Oh gosh, all the time in
all the time
raunchy ways too. Oh my gosh,
in
like
raunchy
Caitlin
ways
Nolan
too.
was like,
Yes.
"Let me do this." So there are definitely actors out there who join soaps, understand that it's a part of it, and throw themselves into it, and don't have much of an opinion, or if they do have an opinion, it's one that they're not gonna like block their scenes with. I don't know what to say,
Mhm.
but for that though, you have a small, small percentage of soap actors out there who have expressed rightfully because they can and because they should be able
Mhm.
to express these feelings in their workplace,
Mhm.
that they are not interested in doing that because it makes them uncomfortable for whatever reason.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, it might be a little trouble, and the likelihood of this happening is small. But it would be a little troublesome for everybody to have that opinion.
Right.
Every actor feels that way.
Yeah, and
And it would be
clearly,
that would be somewhat limiting for the show.
not every actor feels that way.
Exactly.
Clearly. Clearly.
Clearly not.
So, so yeah. So I just think, excuse me. I just think that if we're looking at the huge cast of General Hospital,
Hmm.
and of that huge cast of General Hospital, the section that they want to have these scenes with, because listen, we're not gonna have Lucy and Sidwell, you know.
No.
We might have Ava and Sidwell just because Ava's hot,
Yeah,
you know.
there is. My goodness.
But then also Carla Rhoda's wife is right there on set too. I don't know if that makes it easier or harder.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, but and when it comes to love scenes that way, we have not even had one with Sidwell, but we have with his wife.
That's right. That's right. She was in there rolling
And
around with Maurice.
yes,
Udax says Michael and Jacinda's scene was enough. And I agree. I agree. Sprinkle it in there. It doesn't have to be every day. And even then, I skipped that nonsense. I was here for the aftermath. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me. Keep doing it. Keep loving it. Keep watching it. Keep putting it on the show. I'm just gonna.
yeah,
And it is enough. Just sprinkle it in there once every couple of weeks. Have a
yeah.
have a couple that loves each other. Love each
We
other.
gotta have we got to have a reason to clean the carpets, guys.
Ugh. The kids' toys are still out.
Yeah.
Mara West could work with a broom and it would be magic. Oh, Tyrone. I love that sentiment because it's an old pro wrestling adage. Do you know who could work with a broom and it would be magic?
Um. Who? I would say Larry.
Larry?
Yeah.
Who's Larry?
Like I'm talking about APW.
Oh, Larry Blackwell? No, he could work with the broom and it'd be magic. Yeah, that's a great assessment, Ma, because he was. I'm happy that you recognize the extreme talent that was Larry Blackwell.
Hmm. He was.
Because you watched a lot of wrestling. I think you could tell the good ones from the bad ones. But no, it's Ric Flair. Ric Flair, classically, was well
Oh, okay.
known
Woo!
as the one who could work with a broom, and it would still be just as good if he was in there with a human. And yeah, oh yes, Mara West, she worked with gargoyles. She's worked with dead corpses. She has worked alone in a room. She has worked a whole hour of an Ava dream sequence interacting with Avery from the future.
Yes. Have you guys noticed how much her look has changed? You know, Mara's look has changed so much. She doesn't have her hair so short anymore. That's the most, but her look has really changed. They don't. Ava doesn't have the same kind of makeup anymore. Her total look has completely
Yeah, she's
changed.
changed. They also changed up Willow's look a little bit this week too, huh?
Yeah, Willow looks more
More like a
dangerous.
power lady, a dangerous
More like a
power woman.
Yeah, she looks like a dangerous power lady. Her makeup has changed too. They changed the way they're applying her makeup. You remember Maura West? They used to have so much dark shadow on her eyes and
Hmm.
stuff. And they just, she's way more natural than she used to be.
I'm with it.
Hmm.
I'm with it, Mara West. I'm with it.
And I also noticed, not that she needed to at all, because I didn't think she did, but her booty is shrinking.
Her
She lost
booty?
weight. Her booty is shrinking.
Ooh, maybe she's getting
Or,
old stomach jabs.
you know, um, I tell you. the GLP stuff is crazy for people that there's a lot of it.
Just the only really when it comes to soap opera actors, you only have to look at Jack A.
Yes, I noticed it with Jack a lot, a
Over on
lot.
Days of Our Lives, all right?
Over on days,
Apartment
yes,
227 on Zone.
yeah, you can see her weight loss too, very much so. But I've noticed it with Mora.
Yeah.
Mora is smaller than she used to be,
Well, more power to her. I'm smaller
and
than I used to be too.
just the and she looks more. Her wardrobe's changed too. It's not so fancy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's
don't know.
not. I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, she got some of her Cassadine money back, but maybe she learned her lesson. Maybe she doesn't want to spend as much as she had been. She's pulling it back in case because
Well,
money's not infinite.
maybe tying Rick to a bed for a month was all the evilness she needed. She got it
That's
all
all she
out of
could
her
do.
system.
That's all she could do. Tyrone puts in the chat Larry Blackwell, and so I wonder, do you know of Larry Blackwell? Because that would be really interesting if you do, because he was just a little Bay Area star.
Yeah, he's a big Bay Area star, but yeah,
Yeah,
and a big old giant dude.
it's a big old giant dude. But if you're familiar with
Old
Larry,
giant.
I'd be very interested because he did show me the ropes on how to do pro wrestling. I owe a lot to that guy.
Yeah.
So if you're enjoying the podcast and what it is I'm bringing to you now, you can thank Larry Blackwell. Jack can't be trusted after working with Nina to get Willow off, says Connor. And yeah, Jack has done some bad stuff. Yeah, Jack has done some things that we would say weren't right. But also at the same time,
Yeah,
he could
he threatened people with the truth every once in a while too.
he can all you got to do is just own it though. It's like, hey, I did that. It seemed right at the time. It's clearly not the right thing to have done.
Or for him, for the character of Brennan to be able to maybe keep Carly if she doesn't get really, really hoodwinked by this Cassadine, um, the best approach would be just coming clean and saying, I did this and I effed it up, and I
Uh-huh.
did this and
Yeah,
I effed it up,
yeah,
and I didn't know I was ever going to love you.
yeah.
I effed it up.
Yeah. I effed up all of this stuff. I thought, and then this and then did it, and and then Cullum. I didn't know Cullum was a part of it, and then what have I done since then? I buried Jocelyn so deeply in the WSB that nobody's ever gonna know that she's a part of it, which is never gonna bite me in the ass later.
Right. And I've been trying to sideline her, and she still just WSB agents her butt off anyway.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to sideline her, trying to protect her.
Jack burnt down Ava's house. Jack didn't. That was that other guy, the guy that wound up dead on the slab. That one guy. I don't remember his name, but he was a part of the W. He was the original one. He was part of the original trio. It was Valentine Brennan and this other guy that
Not
stole the money to start up Pikeman. And it was that other guy that was stalking Anna and being a problem and all that nonsense and burning down her house and positioning Anna to be so suspicious of everything that she shoots Charlotte.
I wonder when Anna's going to come back.
I don't know. Take all the time you want, Finola.
It'd be interesting to
You
know.
want to rest, relax, put your life back together as if it's shattered. I don't know.
They never announced that she was going to be gone, really, and they've never announced when she would return.
I
Steve,
think
for Steve was pretty much, I'm leaving, and then I'm supposed to go back.
I think that because there is a schedule for Steve, I'm going to be taking a leave of absence from this day to this day. I don't think that they necessarily know when Finola is going to come back.
Well, this is what I'm hoping. She's healthy. I hope she's healthy.
I hope so too.
Just taking a break, and it's not for some kind of unfortunate reason.
But then also at the same time too, usually when one of the actors takes their break, their Christmas or summer break or whatever it is, the show doesn't usually go, well, now here we go. Jeannie Francis is starting her classic 3-month tour. She's going to be
Right.
off for the next. Expect her back on February 16th.
Right.
It's when you get to February 16th that they're like, oh, Jeannie Francis is coming back. Expect to see Laura return to Port Charles on this day. So I think that's probably what we're going to get when it comes to the Finola Hughes and Anna situation. Less of a plus also Steve Burton announced it on his own Instagram thing.
Yeah,
It's not like General Hospital was like, oh, by the way, here's this press
well,
release.
maybe maybe Steve felt like he needed to do that because, he's starting to perhaps he's starting to piss some people off with the whole, I kind of feel this way a little bit. Like, okay, strike one, I forgave you, you came back. Strike
Uh-huh.
two, out of your control, kind of, you went back. I'm just, okay. Strike three, okay, now I don't care anymore if I even see your butt, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
right. From my very limited understanding of what I've picked up out here at the streets of Port Charles,
Mm-hmm.
Steve Burton has come to the end of his 2-year agreement that he originally made with them when they walked through the doors on the Port Charles special.
He'd been back for 2 years already.
I mean, that's what I came across. Listen, don't talk to me for the news.
Well, but that would make sense because he came back before Sam died, and Sam could be gone 2 years in October.
Yeah, so yeah, it lines up. So
Yeah.
his original 2-year contract came to an end. They were renegotiating it, and as part of the renegotiation, he's like, I want to take a little time off. And
Hmm.
instead of being like, no, you have to come to, because apparently there's a lot of people out there in Twitter land that think that working for a soap opera is the same thing as being a slave to like ABC Disney or something. You know, well, you've signed a contract. Why aren't you doing the show? Like, calm
Right.
down, people. Folks can take a break.
And I'm sure not every show, not every team, it has the same kind of support system. You have to. Now you were on a show, some time show or something, and you got 12 episodes. Yeah, you can't really do that. But my gosh, they're on all year long,
Yeah.
all year long.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody deserves a little break from it. Plus, also, it's good for the characters to get a little bit of a reset too.
Yes.
You know?
And I wonder, I don't know. I certainly don't know, but perhaps Kelly and Steve are not crazy about each other.
Uh, I, well, if you want to get into that, Ma, there's some other stuff that I picked up on the streets of Port Charles. Steve is not thrilled with Kelly. Kelly really likes Steve.
Hmm.
And there may be a little bit of an element there that's making stuff not so fun to play,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Okay, okay, okay.
But listen, I don't know.
I don't know either
I
because I
don't
don't
know.
know those two personally at all.
Right, so I really don't know. It's just it's what people talk about. And they could be right, they could be wrong. Who knows? I don't.
Yep,
Alicia
yep.
thinks that you're right, though. I think you're right, Mama Cat. 3 strikes, see ya.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, I
Boom.
think that's why he's explaining more this time. I think that's why he's like, hey, I'm not jumping ship, you guys. I'm just gonna have a little vacay. Because
Uh,
yeah, I would think, like, dang, how many times this will welcome you back?
yeah.
You
Yeah.
haven't, you don't have. I mean, soap fans are really, really loyal,
Totally.
and we kind of expect some kind of loyalty back. I
Yeah,
think a little bit.
and I think that Steve Burton doing the Instagram announcement of it was showing a little bit of that, and I think that also shows him a little bit of wisdom there too, because he knows people like to talk about him.
Hmm.
Like Steve Burton is a big topic of social discourse, social media discourse. So I think that he knows that if he were to have had Jason be arrested and not be on scenes for a couple of months or a couple of weeks, couple of days, then people are gonna be like, "Oh, so Steve Burton left the show again? He's a quitter."
Exactly,
And
exactly,
and
exactly.
so he got ahead of that and was like, "No, I'm gonna to be taking a break. I'll be back in the summer. I want to hang out with my family."
Mhm.
Which Tyrone supports in the chat right now. Steve really wanted to spend time with his family. I think that's the case too. He seems like listen, folks, he might be a little weird, I guess, in a lot of people's eyes when it comes down to wanting to spend your time with your family rather than be on television. Because there's a lot of people out there that would rather be on television than spend time with their families. Steve Burton's got a different opinion. Plus, he's got his kids and a new wife and all that sort of stuff. UDAC also brings up, though, he's
Let's
traveling a
see.
lot.
Yes, he's traveling a lot, but he and Michelle are going on all kinds of vacations and stuff. It looks fabulous.
Beyond
And
that, he's traveling a lot with Bradford doing shows. And so then the question is, well, how much time is he really spending with his family and UDAC? And anybody else that has that question. I don't know what to say to that, folks.
I haven't
He
I
could
haven't seen
spend.
any. Have you guys seen a tour schedule
I
for
haven't.
I haven't seen a tour schedule for the two of them in a while,
I don't
so I
know. Are we? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, that brings up another point. Are we reacting to something that's not real? Because
Mhm.
that's very well something that absolutely happens in today's day and age. Are they
Mhm.
still called Stone Cold and the Jackal?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can come up with a thing right now. 2026 comedy tickets. Let's see what comes up on the old schedule of Rooney, huh?
There you go.
Somebody put Matt on TV. Thank you, UDAC. I really want to be on TV.
He sure does. Matthew's been wanting to be on TV since he was
I want
um,
to be on Star Trek. I
five.
thought Steve pushed for Kelly to return to the role of Brit, says Keita. Maybe he did. And then once she was back on set, he was like, you know what? I'm not having as much fun as I thought I would. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. All right, March 24th, 25th, May 16th, July 26th, North Carolina, South Carolina, New Jersey, New York.
So they're doing a New England hop.
Yeah, that's all I'm seeing currently, though. I'm not the best when it comes to like immediately finding tickets for things, so I could be even on the wrong website for it. Let me see if there's. Oh, let me go to their real website. I'm just trying to get to the. If there's a bunch of tour dates, then yeah, I absolutely support that. What are you doing, Steve? That's not an actual break. But if there's like
Right.
five, then I'm gonna say that's still plenty of time to do nothing with your family for most of the time.
And I've seen photos of he and Michelle and her two daughters and his little one,
Yeah. All right.
Brooklyn.
South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, Illinois, Michigan, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Dates through July 28th. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dates on their website right now. So I had a grandpa who would be at his machine shop Monday through Friday and home on the weekends. So if you flip that around, it looks to be what Steve Burton is doing, where he is, for the week, not going into the soundstage and filming General Hospital, but having a summertime with his family. And on the weekends, he's still doing his tour with Bradford, likely because it's good income. The General Hospital income's still coming. Not going to get the tour income if he doesn't go on the tour. General Hospital can still pay him on his break.
Sure. And like the majority of fathers that have had gotten a divorce, he got to have dollars, okay? Because Cherie is still getting some of them. Jack is not 18, and neither is Brooklyn.
Yeah.
McKenna's 18 already.
Yeah. Well, gosh, I gotta get those last times in, before they go off to college. Yeah, he has child support to play, not to get into his business, says Chandra.
Exactly. That's
Doesn't
what I
Pascal know that Jocelyn is a WSB agent, wonders Leslie, and yes, he does, and hasn't really come across her, has he? Ooh, how convenient so far. But when he does, it's going to be dramatic and juicy.
Yeah, it will be. It will be.
It will be.
I thought they did. I don't know what they're planning here, but they're doing they did a little more kin testing of Christina and Jacinda this
I don't
week.
know if it's Kim testing anymore, and I think we're just doing a story.
Maybe, huh? Maybe.
And here's the thing, though. That's the episode that Kate Mansi had directed.
Oh, really?
So it made me just go, did she push to have this scene in her episode so she could play it the way that she wants to play it, huh? Eh?
Yeah. So Michael's little sister might just steal his money.
She might just steal Jacinda.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
And I don't think they're gonna write Christina. Do you remember back in the day? Christina was crazy about Ethan. Oh, had such a huge crush on Ethan.
People were looking forward to maybe having that again, but perhaps she's moved on. Perhaps there's not going to be room for it because Ethan's doing something else.
And I just love the idea that he's coming back too. And maybe he can talk some sense into his sister because she's a Spencer and all, and she's a badass, but she don't have a clue about being a mama to a teenager. My gosh, does she forgotten what she was like? She forgot what she was like
Yes.
when she was 17.
It's so
My
easy to
goodness.
forget what you're like when you're 17.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's so easy. This would be fun, folks. Here we got like a minute and 30 seconds, 45 seconds left in the hour and a half before we're at an hour and a half, and I'm gonna go take a nap.
Uh-huh.
So I would like the chat right now, you guys, in closing of this week's podcast, to rapid fire me one sentence statements about General Hospital for me to read. One little thing, a thing you liked, a thing you wish was better, something you want to see, just a sentence of it, just the first thing that comes to mind. Write it now. I'll read it rapid fire lightning round style, and we'll say goodbye.
That sounds good.
And in the meantime, I'm going to tease things like the General Hospital Fan Club event that's coming July 30th through August 3rd, August 2nd, at the Burbank Marriott Hotel in Burbank,
And Convention
Center in Burbank, California. You can get your tickets through the GH Fan Club. Best place to find information is going to be their Facebook page, the GH Fan Club event Facebook page.
If there's no traffic, which is almost never in LA, but anyway, but you could, from the convention, Matt, I think you could get to your house in less than 10 minutes from that place.
Oh, I have.
Pretty getting close.
I mean, I think it's more like 15. Here's the thing. There's this joke in the movie Clueless from the late 90s with Alicia Silverstone, that she's at a party in Los Angeles proper, a house party, playing Suck and Blow, and her dad calls on their fancy cell phones, saying you need to come home. Yeah, you need to come home. It's time to come home. I'll see you in 20 minutes. And she's like, I can't get home in 20 minutes. And he's like, you can get anywhere in the valley in 20 minutes. Thinking that she didn't leave San Fernando Valley and wasn't in Los Angeles proper. And I have lived through experience the truth of that statement. If it's a mile away, it takes 20 minutes. If it's 5 miles away, it takes 20 minutes. So yeah, I could probably get to the Burbank Marriott Hotel in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I say that because when I dropped you off one time and it was like midnight, I did get back to the convention center in less than 10 minutes.
You were booking it.
I was booking it, but there was no traffic.
There was no traffic. You were able to just sail down 101 or whatever it was and get right over there. There's a lot of traffic lights in the San Fernando Valley too. So
Yeah, there is.
All right, Ethan could talk to Lulu. She used to run looking for her father. Pascal and Lucas are going to throw hands over Marco.
Yep.
I got a fever. And the only cure is more GH. What's that, Mama?
You guys, we got to talk about this before we go.
Oh.
Colum was at the door of the, Marco was at the law office. And Colum was at the door. What did he have in his hand behind him?
A
big old knife.
A big old KNIFE.
A big old knife. And that doesn't make sense to me, actually. But I thought, why? I mean, that just leaves too much evidence. It's too bloody. It's too.
He's not going to hurt. He's not going to hurt Marco. He's going to threaten Marco. He already put a little test with the whole drug thing and then identify the drug nonsense. Blah blah blah. I'm telling you, Sidwell is like grab the gun from the drawer and shoot the guy. Dangerous. Colum is with your family dangerous.
Yeah, he is.
So I just don't think that he's going to saunter into the room and be like, now I slit your throat. That's somebody else.
Yeah. Well, he certainly is not afraid of Sidwell, is he? He thinks he got Sidwell in his back pocket or something. Because if he finds out that Colum has even threatened him with a weapon, he's going to be pissed as all get out.
The fun part about the villainy is the fact that eventually this team of villains is going to have to implode on each other.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really exciting because that'll open up the crack that the heroes need to bust through and end it. But it's first going to start because Colum and Sidwell start getting a little off their game with each other.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a thing. Maybe it'll be I've threatened your son, so I took out Pascal, you SOB, your spy here. Ha! Took him out. You know? I don't know.
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something?
The villains are at war.
I've got a fever and the only cure is more GH. Wouldn't it be funny if Joss was saved from Colum by Sonny?
That would be funny.
Joss would give her permission to take down Sonny then, which wouldn't happen right now.
Uh-huh.
Ha! 20 minutes is a rough estimate. That had nothing to do with GH. What the heck? I'd like to see Nina and Jack Brennan together.
Well, things with Carly will fall apart eventually.
Maybe Suzanne will save Marco.
Mm.
If Suzanne saves Marco and winds up getting stabbed by Cullum, I'm going to invite that woman to be on our podcast.
Yeah. Should fight her anyway.
Cullum might not take out Marco. Sidwell will be right there.
Yeah. I think Sidwell is capable of actually hurting Marco himself. But it's kind of like,
I get the feeling and then I don't get the feeling. And then I do get the feeling and then I don't get the feeling. And that might be exactly what Carlo Rhoda wants. I get the feeling that Sidwell and Sonny are going to end up working together because of the kids.
Could be.
I'm disappointed. Jason and Brent aren't running away together. I wanted Jason to take out Cullum. They'll discover that Britt doesn't have Huntington's when they reverse engineer the drug.
Wouldn't that be something?
Cullum brought a knife to take a slice out of Suzanne's carrot cake. And with that, Chandra, thank you so much. We're going to go. Folks, get on back into that elevator. Let's go back down to the first floor. We're going to go into the parking garage, which is perfectly safe because we are not involved in the criminal element or politics.
No.
If you're a criminal or if you're in politics, oh boy, is it hard for you right now.
Yes.
Tune your radios to previous episodes of The 10th Floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to us on social media at 10th Floor GH, and we will send you in the right direction. Like the video if you had a good time. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more. We will not be back in 20 minutes to talk about the other shows, but we will do that next week probably.
Yeah, I think we really should. We need to talk about that crap next week.
We will. In the meantime, we're going to be here again next week, live, closer to 11 a.m. than we were this week.
Yes.
To talk about General Hospital, because I will get plenty of rest beforehand.
The following week, we are going to take a week off.
Oh.
Because it's Easter Sunday, Matt.
Well, Mom's going to take a week off. We'll see maybe I can get somebody else in the chair.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm going to take the week off.
Okay.
On Easter Sunday.
Well, good. Then that means that we have to do the countdown next week.
Yes.
With our major announcement. So join us next week, folks. Do not miss next week's 10th Floor podcast, because we will have a 30-minute countdown and a major announcement.
It's good.
For all of y'all here on the 10th Floor. So, like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends. Again, folks, the super chats are open, all of that. If you want to comment, that's free. If you want to subscribe, that's free. If you want to like, that's free. If you want to super chat, that's not free, but I think $2.99 is the minimum. Just send it. It helps. It helps. We're trying to go to the GH Fan Club event and to make the most of it. The more you can drop into the donation jar, the more we are able to do that weekend. Because my mama's retired and I'm poor.
Yeah.
So we need you. We need you to help grease those skids before Mom chokes on her own spit and dies before our very eyes.
I get coffee sometimes, I get coughs.
I love coffee. But that's the only thing that actually has a little dollar is the super chat, the super thanks. Everything else, though, is free. Sharing with your friends. Hit the little share button, send a text. If you're on your phone, you can send a text link to your friends. Liking, subscribing, leaving comments, all of that absolutely free. Does not do anything other than show YouTube that you like us, that you want to interact with us, that you want this channel to be big, to be strong, for all of the soap fans out there to come and discover us. You can help us do that by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. It's the only way YouTube knows. It's the only way YouTube knows.
Nope. That is the only way they know.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. I know most of y'all already left and didn't hear that. So, goodbye. 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 Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
We'll see you next week live right here on the 10th Floor. Bye.